So I'm Showbiz Shelley hanging out here in studio with a real housewife of New Jersey. Welcome, Dina Manzo.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Great to be here. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
having us.
Thanks for coming. So you have this huge event. We'll get to the Real Housewife stuff in a second, but let's
Okay.
first talk about this huge event that you have going on with, just go into it.
So every year I have a foundation for children called Project Ladybug, and we have a chapter here at Comer's Hospital. It's called Atia's Project Ladybug. It's named after a beautiful little, I love to say, cancer survivor named Atia. And this year our bash is on Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to bring some good luck, though.
Yes.
It's at the Drake Hotel, and it's just a great event. We have surprises every year. Last year the Bears were there, Matt Forte, and everybody auctioned themselves off. Great auction, great night to come out with your friends and just you forget you're at a fundraiser because it's so much fun and it's such a fabulous event, and it's all for a great cause.
Do you think more Bears players are going to be there this year? Because then I'll probably have to show.
You never know who's going to show. We always have some, but I know for sure we still have the same auctions where you get to have dinner with them and
Cool.
maybe a few surprise videos as well.
Yeah.
But I have some invites out. Everyone who's in town is trying to show up, and we'll see what happens.
I know
You
this
never
is a
know.
huge thing, and I remember this is the 5th annual, right?
Yes.
5th annual, yeah. I know people every year who go and they talk about, are you going to the Project Ladybug event? Are you going? You have to go because there are always so many fun things that you have going on, so many fun people there, like you said.
Yeah.
And talk about, this young, girl who you said is a cancer survivor.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
So I have funds throughout. We have one in New York and New Jersey, and there's always that one child. I mean, they all touch my heart, but there's always that one child that just really steals it. Natia did that for me. And
Yeah.
her mother is also a cancer survivor as well.
Oh, wow.
So for them to represent the fun here in Chicago and for Laura, her mom, to run it, it's a very special thing. She has experience living in the hospital with her daughter, and she knows exactly what these moms and these families need. So she knows it from both sides.
What do you think it is about this particular cause that just really hits home for you?
You know what? I mean, nobody should have cancer,
Yeah.
but especially a child.
Yeah.
So, we do anything and everything we could do to lift their spirits while they're in treatment. No one gets paid at our foundation. That's the biggest thing.
Okay.
One of the reasons why I started is that, I've always been very charitable. My dad has always shown us to give back. And I always cut these checks and wonder whose salary am I paying or whose jet am I paying for,
Right.
And, one of our things is everyone has to be volunteers. So all the money goes where it should. We do what we can to make these kids have a positive experience with the hope of a positive outcome.
And you guys are doing a great job.
Thank you.
And this event just goes to show. So again, like you said, it's March 13th at the Drake Hotel. And what time?
I believe it starts at 7. There's always a
7,
little VIP soiree before,
Okay.
but 7 is the actual start.
And when can people, or where can people get tickets?
ProjectLadybug.org.
Okay.
We're sold out of the VIP, but there's still standing room, which is cocktail tables, and you still get to experience. No one sits down anyway at these events.
Oh,
It's
no.
always-
You have to be up and mingling. Yeah, saying hi to everyone.
The food is great. The entertainment's great. We have someone from The Voice
Oh.
performing this year. So it's just really special. I look forward to this event every year.
Oh, good.
Mhm.
And so, okay, Dina, a lot of people probably know you from the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Now, what was the experience like on that show, getting to do it?
It's insane. What you see is real. It's not scripted.
Yeah.
I call it enhanced reality because the situations that they put us in are maybe not our own. Like I wouldn't go on vacation with a bunch of people that drive me nuts. Or maybe I would.
Okay, right. Okay.
But, our reactions are our own.
Yeah.
So, it's just, you forget the cameras are there. So you really just roll with it.
For you, what was one of the craziest moments?
This season or throughout the
Just
whole
in
thing?
general.
I mean, the table flip.
Yeah, I was going to
Was
say it's
pretty
got to be the
insane.
table flip, right?
Yeah.
With Teresa.
That was iconic.
Yeah.
I think that
Unbelievable.
changed the whole direction of the franchise, the Housewives in general.
Yeah.
Like now, who's throwing wine and who's trying to top. It's always, I think it changed it, made it a little bit more, is crazy a good
Just
word?
being there in that moment, were you just like, oh my gosh?
Oh my, it was surreal.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give you a little insider peek. The
Yeah.
worst thing was like this table flip, there's broken glass
Yeah.
everywhere. And 5 minutes later, they're all at the bar, Danielle, everybody having a drink. And I'm like still shaking in the corner. Like, what? Are we seriously having a drink? Like, what just
You're
happened?
kidding.
Yeah, like Joe, Teresa, Danielle, they were all like, my brother. It was just insane to me. And I just got in my car and left. I didn't even care that I was supposed to be at work anymore. I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Because
was crazy.
like you said, enhanced reality. So that was a real moment, right? I
Yeah.
mean, that's just how.
And I've never
upset.
seen Teresa. If you remember Teresa from season 1,
Yeah.
she was just a stage mom.
Right.
That was her storyline.
Yeah.
And table flip just changed everything. And I've known her since we're 20 years old, and I've never seen any of that. So it was really shocking.
I think it was shocking for everyone
Yeah.
because I just know that in general is one of the biggest moments that people
Yeah.
talk
I mean,
about.
it's
Just
made
from
all kinds of
yeah,
award shows and
oh
like,
yeah,
it
people
was,
still talk
it was a
about it.
moment.
Yeah,
Mhm.
have you at all had any contact with her since
Yeah.
she's been away?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was at the house with the kids and she happened to call and I spoke to her on the phone, but we email now.
Okay.
That's the best way to contact her. I haven't been there to see her yet because, it hasn't been that long.
Uh huh.
And, her family of course goes every weekend, so I just wanted to give her a little bit of space and
Sure.
mhm.
She can email from jail. I
Yeah.
didn't even know that. Okay.
Yeah, you have to,
Wow.
you have to submit and be approved and all
Okay, it
that,
has to be
but
approved.
yeah.
Wow, and she's doing okay for the most part
I
and seems to
mean,
be
she
holding up.
misses her girls like
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
She's a survivor. She'll survive anywhere. She's, she grew up in Patterson, so and
Right.
if you're from Jersey, you know what that means. But she could do anything, but she's not with her babies.
And how are the girls? Do they understand really what's happening? Or
The little ones know, but Gia is just like has taken over as mom, and she's just so responsible and such a good kid.
mm-hmm.
People like to talk about Teresa and say what they want, but at the end of the day, look at her kids. Gia is an amazing human,
Yeah.
and for her to take on this role and be so responsible, and it just goes to show what kind of mother she is.
Well, good. And that's good too that
Mhm.
you're still in touch and sort of keeping in touch with the family and helping out there. So,
Mhm.
well, Dina, thank you so much for stopping by. It was so
Thank you
great
for
to talk to
having
you.
me. Nice
Yes.
to
And
talk
of
to you
course,
too.
yeah, everyone needs to check out Project Ladybug. Of course, that's the big thing going on. And that's going to be one of the biggest events, I think, that weekend. So everyone needs to check it
Yes,
out.
for
Friday,
sure.
March 13th. Cool. Thanks, Dina. Good to see
Thank
you.
you.